Hey there internet, Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over the Dancing Boar foam cannon and how alike it is to a very popular foam cannon on the market for more than half the price. And obviously that would be the MJJC S V3. Now, I had reviewed this right when it came out. They actually sent me that one to review. Now, the SV3 is still about $89.99 on Amazon, but the House of Rags has them for about 80 bucks. You have to do a shipping, but free shipping is a little bit lower now. It's at $99. So you might be able to find something else, add them together and get your free shipping and save that way if you wanted the SV3. But this right here, the Dancing Boar, right now is $32.99, and there's a 20% off coupon, which puts it under 30 bucks. Now, I can't tell you once this video goes out how quickly that coupon is going to go away, but it's actually originally $39.99, and that's what I paid for this about a month and a half ago. We did that Nix foam cannon not too long ago, and it had a pretty dang good quick connect, but this has the Mac Daddy double O-ring, smooth slide, MJJC type quick connect. And it's just, the MJJC is a little bit more fine-tuned is what I would say. Like everything you're gonna see about the MJJC versus the Dancing Boar is just a little bit better. But is it worth twice the price better? That's up for you to decide. But man, that,
I love it!
The problem you have with either one of these is they're not very balanced because they're very tall and they're very narrow. They are flared at the bottom to help a little bit, but they are definitely not the best in the world at balance. So here's the bottles, very, very similar. The biggest difference between these two bottles is this one has this slight curve right here for your fingers to kind of grab. That makes the bottle not exactly the same on all sides. This one is the same on all sides, and it has these two little notches here that make it it's perfect for my hand. Different hands may fit differently, but that really helps give you a nice little grip on that bottle. So look at the top, the same kind of quick connect notches, the same O-rings. This one's actually missing an O-ring on the MJJC. I can't find it. This one's got the two. One thing I noticed about the Dancing Boar is the quick connect worked, but it wasn't smooth. It took a little push, a little pull, you know, to get it to go on and off. And what I had found is on their molding process with the bottle, this wasn't exactly round. There was a little bit of extra in one corner right here, making it a little too tight for that quick connect. So I got in there. Just the razor blade cutting that off made a big difference, but the you can use sandpaper or anything like that will make that really nice and smooth. Now here's the heads, and you're gonna see very close, but the MJJC to me is a slightly better plastic. The plastic feels stronger. It, especially up here on this white area, the tops, the knobs are basically the same. The backs are M22. The tension here on MJJC is always good. It's always very tight, but the fronts are always kind of loose and it doesn't always stay. Now on the Dancing Boar, I haven't even done the modification. You can actually pop these off and put an O-ring in here, but this is tight without doing that modification. It's very nice. You're always going to see a difference in the straws. The MJJC always has a more narrow, more flexible straw. The MJJC weighted ball always has a smaller size on the inside versus this, which has kind of a little bit of filter in there. But a big thing is the Dancing Boar has the dual threads on the inside. So you could hook any bottle up to this. So if you break your bottle, you need an emergency, you could put just about any kind of quart size bottle threaded onto here. This one doesn't have that, the MJJC. The MJJC S V3 has lots of replacement bottles for sale online. The only problem is it's $20. But you could use their bottle to replace. And I actually cut the tube as well on the inside to get it to spin perfectly in here. There's a groove here on this outer layer, and on the inside there's a concave. There's this little bitty channel. If you can get that ball in that channel, mixing chemicals is so easy. And it will always be in the liquid whenever you're using your foam can. It will drop down wherever you want it to go. The MJJCs are really good at that. They come with it cut perfectly every single time. Now the MJJCs, the orifices that come on the inside, the 1.25 and the 1.1 that they give you are always, like every single one is dead perfect. So it comes with a 1.25 and a 1.1. The one installed is a 1.25. Says it's a 1.25. Then in the bag, they give you a 1.1. Also in the bag, they give you a filter and a nozzle clearing tool. It's about a 1.16, which isn't terribly bad, about 1.23. So that's very close. I wouldn't even consider that to be that far off. But the MJJC 1.25, butter, butter, butter.
Was like butter.
Like butter.
Like a big stick of butter.
Now, people had asked in videos that I make sure I show you the filter that's in here, which I know what kind of filter it is because the spare is the big one. It's not the 3-piece that the MJJC has. So you take that pin out. So your filter's way in there. This one, you can just kind of take your finger in there. You get the right orientation and it'll pop right out. So this has these 2 notches here on the side and they go with those notches. You can see them in there. You just have to guide them in properly and you'll be able to pop this filter out here very easily. It's much closer, much easier. Take your pen, put it in that little hole right there and then just smack that.
All on the floor, smack that, give me some more, smack that, till you get so, smack that.
So what we'll do is we'll use the 1.16 that came with it. And oh, it says 1.15. I didn't even read that. So that is accurate. Their listing says 1.1. I just checked, their listing says 1.1, but that clearly says 1.15. So that is accurate. Measured 1.16. Well, that's the overview. Before we get into the testing, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check the links below for anything in the video. Let's have some fun. So here's all of our pressure washers. We're gonna be running the Ryobi 1800. That's gonna be our lower end 1.2 gallon per minute machines. This is what we're mainly gonna use the 1.1 or 1.15 that's in here on. Then we have the new Ryobi Automotive, which is kind of in between the 2.0 and the 1800. It's a really great value for car washing flow. The thing is it goes over 15 amps. If you use the 1.1 or even a 1.15, you need a 1.25 in that one. So we're using 1.25 with this, but these two, we're gonna use the UberFlex hose. Now with the Active 2.0, we are using our Kevlar 3/8" hose and also the AR630 will be using that hose as well. And we'll be using the 1.25 with both of those because 1.25 is 14.5 amps or so on the 2.0. And it's no problem with the AR630 that is on a 20 amp circuit and it's well under 20 amps with a 1.25. We're using our 2.2 luck gun as well. You guys know this swivel is just next level. So now we have a 32:1 dilution of Incredible Suds from DIY Detail. We use that in every single video to make sure we're using the exact same standard. It's basically the same as putting 1 ounce in here and filling it to the 32 ounce or the max limit on the foam cannons. It's between 31 and 33:1. I pre-dilute it because Incredible Suds is a little thick, so I like to pre-dilute. It also makes it a lot easier for me when I'm doing these videos to just kind of fill up exactly what I need for the video. But really good soap. Code Cars with Key will save you 10% at the House of Rags or at DIY Detail to grab you some. Now what I wound up doing is find a very similarly sized orifice that measures the exact same size at that, about 1.16 or so. It's actually as many as I have. It was pretty easy to find, but that way we can do kind of a hot swap real quick. Do one half of the panel with one foam cannon, the other half of the other one, so we can kind of see the difference in the foam. Here's the MJJC. Here's the Dancing Boar. And can we really tell a difference? I mean, not really. I mean, even up here, the spatter is pretty comparable. You see the dwell. This is where they both met, where we had some of the MJJC and then we came across when foam hits foam. It does this dwell right here. They both ran the same size with the Ryobi. Amps are going to be no problem. I didn't even look at it. It's probably going to be around 11 amp, 12 amp range. No big deal at all. So that's as far as we're going on the 1800. Now I mentioned before that with a 1.1 or even sometimes a 1.15 with the Ryobi Automotive that it's overamped. But with this 1.16-ish that came with this Dancing Boar, it's dead on 15. So if you want to play the risk game, that's fine. It's not about tripping the breaker. It's about the machine's ready for 15. You can go over 15, but it's right at 15. I myself am still going to run the 1.22-ish that's in here. I found another one that's very close in size, so we can do these side-by-side comparison again on the Ryobi Automotive. And the 1.25 is going to come out around 13 or so amps. MJJC S V3. Dancing Boar. Now, as you can see, I can't get perfect exact, narrowness. You can see that's where the two meet. That's where the foam falls down first. About the same. The Ryobi Automotive with the 1.25 does very good foam. I'm always a proponent of the thickest foam that you could possibly get, because you can always start at the thickest point and then dial it down with the knob on top to get it to where you want it, or dial your soap. You can't bring the foam up. So we have to start at the max, and ones that can do max foam, max thick foam, I put a little bit higher up because you have a better starting point. All right, so we have the Active 2.0. We have switched to the 3/8" steel braided hose because the Actives need to be on steel braided hose. The Uberflexes don't work too well with them. And with this kind of flow, I prefer to have a bigger hose. And the soap bottle level between both of these bottles is exactly the same. Same orifice in here with this. It measured out at about 14.6 amps, which is safe-ish. I wouldn't go much higher than that. But you could always risk it. Like, some people's breakers don't trip till they're 17. But to me, it's all about the machine is rated for 15. That means I don't want to go over 15. But I mean, you can do whatever you want. All right, MJJC on this side. Dancing Boar. There's definitely that first little initial like squirt of water that's coming out before the soap mix on the Dancing Boar. All right, we have the Big Daddy, the AR630 up on the shelf, all plugged up. It's using the same jumper hose that I use with the Active 2.0 that goes to my fixed fans hose reel. I am using the water inlet from my main water system to go into it though, so that's a slight difference between the two, but we're not comparing pressure washers really. The 1.22 or so gets how many amps? I mean, we're rolling the same amps as an Active 2.0 with the same orifice, so we're good. All right, here goes nothing. SV3. Dancing Boar. I mean, we're seeing it. It's the same foam. Everything is, I mean, the MJJC could be just slightly better. I really can't say for sure. The MJJC has the triple sandwich filter in there, which is going to make it slightly better. Probably the difference between the two. I do want to show you towards the end before I empty this. We're pretty close to the amount of soap that was left over. The Dancing Boar has a little bit more left in it, but they're easily, it could have been just, I ran a little bit more of this, but I think that's too close to call. And obviously because they foamed very much the same, makes sense that they pulled just about the same amount of soap. All right, the Keeve drop test. 3 empty drops, 3 full drops. You've passed them all, you get the Keeve seal of approval. Now, does making the Keeve seal of approval make it to where this isn't worth buying? Absolutely not. Price dictates everything, right? If it's $90, then I expect it to not break when I, drop it off a shelf or something, right? Because people say, oh, you don't drop it. What if you're somebody who puts your foam cannons up here, So we're going to drop it empty. So those of you who don't like this dropping stuff, you can tune off now, right? Here we go. It's kind of the cling I was expecting. Everything usually survives the empty drops. Here we go. We have no problems at all. Here we are full with 1,000 milliliters of water. That was a solid drop. All right, here we go. Is number 2. I heard a crickety. Ooh, it wasn't the bottle. It wasn't the bottle. That outer piece cracked. And then we have a lot of stress right here. Oh, it broke here too. So I don't know if the quick connect's gonna work. See right there? That broke off because it popped off that way. The other one's secure, but it's secure. Boy. Wow. It hit so hard it knocked the weighted ball off the straw. Oh yeah, it's done for now. It's donezo. Key's got his touch back. But the bottle gets a thumbs up. Just like the last time we did the drop test on the SV3, the manifold broke before the bottle did. And the manifold got destroyed, but it was the metal that popped in half. This one, it's all the quick connect stuff. Now, you didn't think I wouldn't try to drop this again, right? The MJJC bottle. I mean, wow, this is my only top. Oh, well. Just to see that I didn't do the empty drops. This is a year-old bottle. So you could take that with a grain of salt. It's not an apples to apples comparison versus a new bottle versus one that's been a year old with chemicals in it, all kinds of stuff. But let's see if it breaks the same way. Oh, that actually was a nice little thud. That was a good little thud. That popped off. Oh, that cracked at the bottom right there, but it's just stressed. The quick release patterns are good. Oh, no way. I recreated the exact same weak point. You can see it in there with their infinite amounts of Loctite. But this is exactly what happened with the last SV3 that I dropped. This broke off. Wow. I got it. I still got it. I still got it. So in a nutshell, it is a great foam cannon, especially right now with the coupon and the deal that's got going. But I'm filming this on Tuesday. The video will go out Thursday. I don't know if the coupon will be there when the video comes out, but I hope it is. And if it is, I don't think it'll last very long. But the quick connect's really nice. Everything about it, it's half the price of the SV3. You see the plastic is okay on the SV3. It's better quality. But we've proven the weak point of that. And MJC has the weak point on the Pro V3 they came out with. The bottle was just bad. And we see the bottles are good. The bottle survived. The cap just couldn't withstand that pressure of the drop. Everything else is perfectly fine. Very similar, slightly different in some ways. The foam level is very much the same. I'd say the MJJC is just slightly better, and I think it's because of the sandwich filter. So there you go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars with Keeve YouTube. Little behind the scenes for you. This mosquito right here is really noisy, and he's fixing to meet Mr. Salt.